If you are looking for something new and different for the upcoming Compliance Week celebration in November, check out The Compliance Kids. It's my 3-book children's series on compliance and compliance professionals for children. But they make great gifts and great training tools for your employees. You can check it out on Amazon.com. We've linked to it in the show notes. The Compliance Tip of the Day. This is the podcast where we bring you daily insights and practical advice on navigating the ever-evolving landscape of compliance requirements. Whether you're a seasoned compliance professional or just starting your journey, my aim in this podcast is to provide you with a bite-sized, actionable tip to help you stay on top of your compliance game. Join us as we explore the latest trends from the Department of Justice, share some best practices, demystify complex compliance issues to help keep your organization doing business ethically and in compliance, and at the end of the day, more profitably. Tune in daily for your dose of compliance wisdom. Let's make compliance a little less daunting, one tip at a time. Now a word from the sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, Ethico.
If you're a compliance officer, middle managers are crucial in getting your programs from you to your frontline employees. But how do we activate those managers and get them on our side? Ethico's new Middle Manager Toolkit equips you with the skills needed to empower your managers, to promote a culture where ethical behavior thrives and employees feel empowered to speak up. Learn how to turn frontline managers into ethical leaders with our new white paper, Empowering Middle Managers as Ethics Champions. And did I mention you can get the whole toolkit for free? Head to ethico.com to download the full toolkit today.
On today's Compliance Tip of the Day, we discuss the importance of encouraging and indeed incentivizing and speaking up and reporting. Obviously, a reporting mechanism is only as effective as the culture that surrounds it. Compliance professionals must work to foster an environment where reporting is encouraged and valued. Well, how can you do so? Number one, through positive reinforcement. Encourage reporting by framing it as a positive company supportive action. Highlight success stories where reports have led to meaningful change or helped company avoid greater risks. Consider incentivizing reporting, whether through recognition rewards or other programs that align with your company's culture. 2, avoid chilling practices. Be mindful of practices or policies that might discourage reporting. For example, if your company has a history of disregarding reports or retaliating against reporters or those who speak up, employees will quickly learn to stay silent. Review your policies to ensure they don't inadvertently dissuade reporting or correct any past practices that may have led to this effect. Number 3, leadership commitment. Tone from the top is critical. Senior leaders must openly support and advocate for whistleblower protections. This includes publicly acknowledging the importance of reported misconduct and demonstrating zero tolerance for retaliation. Leaders should actively participate in training sessions and speak about the value of transparency and accountability. And number 4, reporting channels. While encouraging open dialogue is important, employees may feel more comfortable reporting anonymously. Ensure that your organization has robust, confidential reporting channels in place. These might include hotlines, online portals, or even third-party reporting services. But make sure these channels are well publicized and easy to use. And remember, always determine, does everybody know how to speak up or report? As I said in the opening of this podcast, this month's sponsor of the entire Compliance Podcast Network is Ethico, and they've developed a toolkit for middle managers that will help middle managers in intaking information from employees and, equally importantly, understanding how to respond and how to get the information up to compliance for the decision makers. We've linked to this toolkit in our show notes, so check it out at ethico.com. This is Tom Fox again. This new podcast, Compliance Tip of the Day, will appear daily. And frankly, it's one of the most requested topics for a podcast that I get on a regular basis. It's going to be short and sweet with one tip with some takeaways that you can utilize to implement into your compliance program. If you've got a question that you would like a tip on, please submit them through our website, and we will use them in an upcoming episode. The Compliance Tip of the Day is a production of the award-winning Compliance Podcast Network. Finally, this podcast contains promotional materials.